Donald Trump has awkward water bottle moment at the White House while talking about his latest overseas trip. In Asia, EPA military vehicles and soldiers patrol the streets in Harare, Zimbabwe. ReutersPhilimon. Bulawayo. An Iranian boy rides a bicycle through the rubble from damaged buildings in the town of Sarpole Zahab. A 7.3 magnitude earthquake left hundreds killed and thousands homeless 2 days before. AFPGetty Images Gianluigi Buffon reacts during Italy's World Cup qualification match against Sweden. He retired from international duty after the Azzurri failed to go through. AFPGetty people hold placards demanding the return of Lebanese Prime Minister Saad Hariri from Saudi Arabia during the annual Beirut International Marathon. EPA Polish nationalists light flares as they take part in the March of Independence 2017 in Warsaw. EPA protesters rally near the U.S. Embassy in Manila to protest this weekend's visit of President Donald Trump. AP Shiite faithful pilgrims gathered between the Holy Shrine of Imam Hussein and the Holy Shrine of Imam Abbas for Arba. An APA woman wearing a scarf to cover her face looks on as she waits for a passenger bus on a smoggy morning in New Delhi, India. Air pollution reached unprecedented levels in the city, prompting the government's Central Pollution Control Board to recommend emergency-free public transport. Reuters. Russian soldier stands in line at a military parade that marks the anniversary of the 1941 parade, when Soviet soldiers marched towards the front lines of World War II, at Red Square in Moscow, Russia. Reuters. A Houthi follower emerges from a gap in a flag as he attends a rally to show support to the Palestinians in Sana'a, Yemen. Reuters. Riot police run past an excavator during a demonstration against open-cast brown coal mining of Garzweiler, northwest of Cologne, Germany. Reuters. Protesters at a climate demonstration prior to the UN Climate Change Conference COP23 in Bonn, Germany. EPA. The first customer shows his new iPhone 10 after buying it at an Apple store in Beijing, China. Reuters. Damir Sagalj. South African opposition party economic freedom fighters F members danced during a demonstration to express their solidarity with the Palestinians in front of the Embassy of Israel in Pretoria. Today is the 100th anniversary of Britain's Balfour Declaration, which helped lead to Israel's creation and the Israel occupation of Palestine. AFPGetty. Near the Parliament building in Athens, Greece, a girl holds a placard reading, "Where is my mother? Where is my father?" Some refugees have announced a hunger strike, as they seek reunification with family members in Germany. Reuters. Sakis Constantinitis. Authorities investigate the pickup truck and scene of a terror attack in downtown New York. EPA. An officer carries a schoolgirl away from continuing battles with police and protesters in Kenya. EPA. A Rohingya woman washes clothes in at Palankali refugee camp near Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. Reuters. Adnan Abidi. Day of the Dead parade, Mexico City. Rex features people celebrate after Catalonia's parliament voted to declare independence from Spain. EPA. A National Super Alliance protester yells at nearby police officers during the Kenya election. Rerun. Getty Images. A bomb-ed-out mosque stands in what was the main battle area in Marawi. AFPGetty Images. A Rohingya refugee girl reads the Quran to her teacher during a Quran reading lesson at a mosque in Palankali refugee camp near Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. Reuters. Anna McKay. Actresses perform at the Temple of Hera during a dressed rehearsal of the lighting ceremony of the Olympic flame in ancient Olympia, the sanctuary where the Olympic Games were born in 776 BC. AFPGetty. A security agent takes position at the Great Hall of the People during the opening session of the 19th National Congress of the Communist Party of China in Beijing. Reuters. Thomas Peter. Syrian Democratic Forces SDF fighters ride atop of military vehicles as they celebrate victory in Raqqa. Reuters. Eric de Castro. People demonstrate in Kisumu to demand the removal of officials from National Election Oversight Body, Interim Elections and Boundaries Commission IEBC, allegedly implicated in manipulation of the votes tallied during the August 8 presidential elections. The election was annulled by the Supreme Court due to massive irregularity. AFPGetty Images. A burnt house is seen following a forest fire in Vila Nova, near Vuzela, Portugal. Reuters. People carry the remains of Wasim Shah, a suspected militant commander, who according to the local media was killed during a gun battle with Indian security forces in Pulwama district in Kashmir. Reuters. Danish Ismail. A Palestinian boy runs for cover during clashes with Israeli troops near the Jewish settlement of Qadamim, in the West Bank village of Kofr Kadam, near Nablus. Reuters. Mohammed Tarakman. A supporter of Kenyan opposition National Super Alliance NASA coalition, lies on the ground after he was hit by a police truck during a protest along a street in Nairobi, Kenya. Reuters. Thomas Mukwege. A supporter of the opposition National Super Alliance NASA wears oranges during a protest calling for the sacking of election board officials involved in August's cancelled presidential vote in Nairobi, Kenya. Reuters. Boz Radner. Palestinian and Israeli women march, as part of an event organized by Women Wage Peace Group calling for an end to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, near the Jordan River, in the occupied West Bank. Reuters. Ronan Zavulin, a woman, stands on the stairs outside the administrative court in Athens as she takes part in a protest against planned pension cuts. AFPGetty members of Indonesia's Special Forces Kopassus marched during celebrations for the 72nd anniversary of the Indonesia military in Cilegon, Indonesia, Banten province. Reuters. Beware, people look on as boats participating in Clipper round the world yacht race leave Punta del Este harbor in Uruguay. Reuters. Understaffed smoke billows from buildings following a reported airstrike on Tarma in the eastern Ghouta area, a rebel stronghold east of the Syrian capital. AFPGetty firemen try to hold a group of people in front of Spanish Civil Guard officers outside a polling station in San Julià de Ramis on the day of a referendum on independence for Catalonia banned by the Spanish government. More than 5.3 million Catalans are called today to vote in a referendum on independence, surrounded by uncertainty over the intention of Spanish institutions to prevent this plebiscite banned by justice. AFP Catalan Regional Police Mossos d'Esquadra arrived to the IES Terra del School to notify its principal that the school must remain closed. In Barcelona, hundreds of people have spent the night in different schools and civic centers designated by the regional government to be polling stations for the one-odd referendum in an attempt to prevent the police from stopping their use, as the Superior Court of Justice of Catalonia ordered. EPA Enrique Fontgiberta, an Indian police officer, chases Shiite Muslim mourners as they run after they tried to participate in a Muharram procession ahead of Ashura in Srinagar. Reuters. Danish Ismail Ugandan opposition lawmakers fight with plainclothes security personnel in the parliament while protesting a proposed age limit amendment bill. Debate to change the constitution for the extension of the president's rule in Kampala. Reuters. James Akina, military and local security personnel keep Rohingya refugees in line as they queue for aid at Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. Reuters. Cathal McNaughton, Cliff Marisma of Australia and Perestine Pro Israel of Norway compete in the World Jousting Championships in Sydney, Australia. The World Jousting Championships sees Australia's best jousters go head-to-head with their international counterparts. The championship aims to replicate the same combat conditions that featured in 15th-century Europe, with knights wearing historically accurate armor weighing around 40 kilograms. Getty. Freshman students of Nanning College for Vocational Technology balance bottles on their heads during their military training in Nanning, Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region of China. Getty.